Alright, let's get into match 5 with this artifact control deck. So far we are 2-0 against Burn, 0-2 against Blue-White Insole, 2-0 against the Izzet Phoenix deck, and 0-2 against Bant Spirits, which we just saw. So, really divisive matches so far, it seems. Hand's okay, we get a redraw, we have some removal, and we have one of the weird niche sideboard cards in our main deck that make this deck kind of work. And we have Mana Fixing and Inventor's Fair, so we'll keep. Also, we're on the play, so that's nice. Let's go turn 1, Concealed Courtyard, Grafdigger's Cage. Our opponent's not playing a companion deck, so I'm curious to see what they're playing. Spire Bluff Canal makes me think it's Phoenix again, probably. Let's go ahead and play Inventor's Fair, play Prophetic Prism. Yeah, no companion Spire Bluff Canal usually just means Phoenix these days. That also looks like Phoenix. That also looks like Phoenix, so. We've seen this match before already. This league, hopefully this one also goes just as well. Let's go ahead and get down Ether Grid. Yep. And we have a removal spell for Thing in the Ice, and we're 2 artifacts away from being able to remove Phoenixes repeatedly. And we have Grafdigger's Cage, so they shouldn't be able to come back after that. Pieces of the puzzle, that's fine. Opponent gets a Sweltering Suns and a Chart a Course. And we ping them for 1. Yep. Okay, so we can play Darksteel Citadel. We can play Treasure Map. So now we can kill Phoenixes. And we can also start scrying. Flipping Treasure Map with Gear Per Ether Grid in play feels very powerful because of all the artifacts that you get from it. We're just going to kill a Phoenix here, though. Yep. No. Gain a life, beautiful. Pacification Array, very good. We'll play a tapped Blood Crypt. And probably next turn we're going to tutor for Crucible of Worlds with Inventor's Fair and then just sort of win the game from there. Because that gives us access to all of our glass caskets and all of our portable holes for the Thing in the Ices. Treasure Cruise, doesn't matter. They'd have to have some interesting tech to get out of this. I mean, it's always possible, I guess, that they have Brazen Borrower in the main deck, but even if they get rid of Grafdigger's Cage, we can just kill the Phoenix afterward. Yep. Phoenix triggers, nothing happens. Yep. And we harass our opponent with pings again, and we scry with Treasure Map. We'll keep that on top. Codex Shredder is good insurance against some random removal spell coming up in case they actually have one. Alright, so we can play Codex Shredder. I shouldn't have tapped Darksteel Citadel, I should have tapped the Mountain for that instead so that we had more pings, but whatever. This coming turn I'm going to pop Inventor's Fair at the end of his turn. I might not if he doesn't tap out at all, because he does have some counter spells, I bet. Usually they have like 1 or 2 negates in the main deck. And I really want Crucible to come down. That's fine. Hopefully this means he's going to be using his mana on his turn. Plays a land. Plays Titty. Not the Titty. One, two, three. We can play Glass Casket to get rid of Thing in the Ice, but we can also get 2 more artifacts down, and that removes 1. That's fine. So he is tapping his mana. He doesn't have negate mana anymore. He already played a land for turn. And we have a pacification array also. So we really just need to play Glass Casket this coming turn, because one of these is already irrelevant on the board. Crucible of Worlds, yep. Crucible, boop, boop, boop. Inventor's Fair, Glasket. One, two, three, 4. That gives us enough pings to kill the other Thing in the Ice. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and do that on our turn so that he can't flip it in response. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Man, the other matchups with this deck can be kind of sketchy, but my god, is Thing in the Ice easy to kill. Just the fact that they only have so many threats at all in their main deck make this much easier, since we can deal with Phoenix fairly efficiently. Is this where they play the Sneerthopter Phoenix to hit us for 3? Yep. That's acceptable. We'll even take it. Let's go ahead and tutor again. We'll get Soul Guide Lantern. Play Inventor's Fair again, play Soul Guide Lantern. Get rid of the other Phoenix in their graveyard in case they have a Brazen Bower. And pass the turn. I feel like opponent's going to concede soon. Surely they've noticed a pattern. Apparently not. So he can, if he flips Thing in the Ice, he'll use probably all of his mana to do that, and then we can just play Glass Casket and he's dead again. Plays a land, shocks it in, bonus at 13. Chart a Course, that's fine. So yeah, he has played a land, he only has 2 mana up, so we're either going to get to kill Thing in the Ice with our Ether Grid, or we're going to get rid of it with Glass Casket because he won't have a counterspell. Resolves. Yep, it's fine. Spikefield Hazard, that's fine too. Take 1. Oof. I'll be nice and help him refill his graveyard. We gain 1 up to 19. play Ether Hub, get an energy, play Glass Casket, get rid of Woken Horror. Okay, now he concedes. Our opponent did pretty well there. He got us down to 19. Let's see. So we bring in... What did we bring in last time? Oh my god, I can't believe I already forgot. Damping Sphere, Grafdigger's Cage, Ashiox. And I think I brought in Padim, and I brought in the Unmortigo, but I didn't really care for it, so I might bring in Herald of Anguish here instead. Get rid of a Battle at the Bridge, and Orbs of Warding. A couple Pithing Needle effects, since they don't have that many activated abilities. What else did I side out? Can't believe I already forgot that. Side out both the battles. Side out... treasure map, I guess. I don't think that's exactly what I did the last time we played against Phoenix this league, but oh well. I'm pretty sure I didn't bring in Herald of Anguish, and I just like this card a lot, so. No lands, no keep. Decent hand, keep. So we like Grid, we like all these cards, is the issue. Ashiok doesn't really do anything with the other cards, so we'll just do it like that. We have like a million graveyard hate cards main deck, and then even more afterboard, so we're expecting our opponents to have counterspells and stuff now too. Maybe I should be siding in Duresses to help get through negates. That would make sense. We can deal with Thing in the Ice, we can deal with Phoenixes coming back, and we almost have enough artifacts on board that we can kill Phoenixes with Gear for Ether Grid already. Pieces of the puzzle, they tapped out, so we're going to play Gear per Ether Grid and get it to resolve here. What they reveal. Ooh, we got a Brazen Bower, a Phoenix, and a Thing in the Ice in their graveyard. They just got a Treasure Cruise out of that, that's great. I'm almost tempted to just Soul Guide Lantern and pop it, but because they're tapped out, we know we can get a grid down. And also, they're already at 6 cards in hand, so preventing them from getting a little bit more doesn't actually change that much for us, I don't think. So it's probably not worth it. Next turn, we can go land Soul Guide Lantern and then have 2 activations up. They play Phoenix, which is great. So we're going to kill that. We're going to ping them for 1. Land Soul Guide Lantern. Exile the other Phoenix from their graveyard. And we're going to wait until they're already attacking us to blow up Phoenix. Just in case they have a way to get rid of Grafdigger's Cage. Yep. Yep. What do they get with Expressive Iteration, I wonder? Got a Treasure Cruise with it. So they have 1 in their hand and 1 that they're about to cast from exile, most likely. Yep. They emptied out their graveyard. That makes me think that they don't have any artifact removal in their hand. Because otherwise they could have gotten a Phoenix back. Herald of Anguish. Awesome, and they don't have mana to counter it. So let's see. Black... Black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll leave up Soul Guide Lantern just in case. Love Herald of Anguish. Yep. Yep. Always yield. So Herald of Anguish is like a one-sided Liliana of the Veil that comes on a 5/5 flyer, and also it has an activated ability where I can give target creatures neg2, neg2. So if I didn't have Gear per Ether Grid down, that would also be able to kill Phoenixes just by trading artifacts for them. And it's really good against, like, most Collected Company decks. It's pretty good against, okay, so they have Thing in the Ice. To flip it, they would need a bunch of 1-mana spells. They don't have a bunch of 1-mana spells. So we're probably going to get to Portable Hold It here and then crash in for 5. Yep. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't have enough to outright kill Thing in the Ice with Gear per Ether Grid, but if he counters this Portable Hole, we'll be able to ping him a couple times and then shrink him with a Herald of Anguish. Negate, okay. Treasure Cruise, that's fine. We need a bit more artifacts to get into play so that we can make a scary board with Gear per Aether Grid and start removing things again, but I'm pretty sure that it was worth getting rid of that Thing in the Ice with our Herald of Anguish there. Since we haven't been gaining life, we're only at 15, we can only actually take a couple of slaps from Thing in the Ice. So we might as well get rid of it while we can, while it has a butt of 4 instead of becoming a 7/8. Eternal Scourge, that's fine. We don't care at all about Eternal Scourge, it just takes 1 activation of Gear per Ether Grid a turn to deal with. Boop. Yup. That's tapped. No. Attack you for 5, make you discard a card. Opponent discards negate at the end of our turn. Plays Eternal Scourge, still doesn't matter. Plays another Eternal Scourge. Neither of these block flying creatures. If our opponent doesn't do anything here and also doesn't counter Portable Hole, we just get to kill them. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We didn't get the 4-1 or 5-0 like I always desperately want, but we did have a positive record of 3-2, so I'll probably play this again on another league. We absolutely destroyed the Phoenix decks that we played against, just like it's designed to do, which is great. We did really well against Burn. We got lucky, definitely, by having all the Battle at the Bridges when we needed to. But I also think that if I played like against Spirits a little differently, I would have been able to win that game, or at least one of the games in that match. So I definitely want to revisit this and maybe tune it up a bit, especially if people have any recommendations of cards to play. You can leave it in the comments, or you can contact me on Discord if you're seeing it there. And I'll see you in the next one.